Yes, so we are now going to do a walkthrough in the North German Baroque organ in Örgryte New Church. And we see the facade with its dynamic shaping, the large 16-foot principal pipes in the pedal tower, the 8-foot principal in the ring positive, the 12-foot principal 16 in the Hauptwerk, the carvings outside the Brustwerk, and as we will see in the organ, the Oberwerk is behind the Hauptwerk. So let's move up to the bellows. So we have 12 wedge bellows, 3 on each level. Usually the organs had 12 to maybe 20 bellows in the 17th century, and here it's a complete set modeled after Zwolle, and the last organ that Abschnittke was involved in building. You can tread the bellows. And important to put your whole foot on the tread when you do it, so that you don't get stuck halfway, and that you're careful when you go down, so you don't bounce into the ground. That's something we don't want to hear, and the wind gets very shaky. Now we can open here the box canal, and there we see a valve, which is called the outlet valve. So now I tread this bellow and push the valve, and now I release it. So this is the way the wind comes out of the bellows and gets into the complex channel system, which allows actually for 5 different configurations. Like in Hamburg, the interpretation, since we don't know exactly how it was in Schnittke's time, the first and the second, and then we have the third as well, and we have Zwolle, and we also have Magdeburg. We divided channel systems between manuals and pedal. So we walk down and go into the organ case. We are now in the center, in the core of the organ, with 2 big wind chests with the Hauptwerk placed here close to the facade, with shiny facade pipes, tin-rich alloy, and you see then some of the metal, like here, is like flames a little bit. That is lead-rich alloy. That's the Scherer style of making pipes, so around 1600. Lead-rich pipes hammered. And then we have Fritzsche in some of the pipes. We have Schnittke style, Spitzflute, and you see the Rausch pipe and the mixtures. And here we have Fritzsche pipes in the base of the trumpet 16, and more shiny pipes, Schnittke in the trumpet 16 in the treble range. On the sides, in the pedal towers, you see the huge pipes, reed pipes, Posaune, at the back, bombard, and then at the front, of course, the principal 16. And when we turn to the back, we see this high positioned Oberwerk. It's the largest single wind chest in the organ. And at the front, we see the sink, which starts on tenor F here. And behind it we see the Voxomana with the short length resonator reeds, the same scaling like on the resonator with like the sink. And the trumpet 8 behind. And lots of different kinds of stops. And if we go to this side, we can also see we walk up the wide-scaled flutes, and also a wooden hold flute, 8 foot, which is tapered, very wonderful stop. We see the action oak rollers going to the Oberwerk and coming down under our feet with oak trackers going down, and here we can also see and vaguely the Brustwerk with its various stops and the Holzprinzipal at the back. The reeds at the front, and let's walk down to the console. So here at the back we can see the action, the roller, the trackers coming down from the Oberwerk, and then we see the keyboards in different layers here, and we go to the front and see the console with the 4 manuals, the stop knobs of course, and then we can see the action at the front here to the Brustwerk, to the Brustpositiv, with iron rollers. So the Brustwerk and the pedal have iron rollers since there's not so much space, and then this more expensive material was used. We see the stop action moving here from the Oberwerk, from the Hauptwerk, from the pedal, and we see also here the Rückpositiv stop action with the swords bringing the movement under our feet to the floor to the Rückpositiv. And we have opened so you can see the Rückpositiv with the Bab5 and the Davidsson 16 and all the stops here, which are more elegant in character and giving that division its individual character. We'll open the Brustwerk so we can see a little bit the wind chest with the Trechteregal at the front and the Dulcian behind, and we saw it from upstairs behind with the Holzprinzipal at the very back as well. On the side we can here see the whole stop action system, various divisions connected to the console, and we see here also the roller board with rather thick iron rollers for the pedal. And we could also see that the Rückpositiv action has this kind of Stecher, which when I play a key you can see that it pushes down, and then there is a square, iron square, which moves the tracker under the floor, and another square that will go to the wind chest. So this gives us an impression of the action, the placement of the different divisions, the back above our head here, the Rückpositiv behind our back, the Brustwerk just up here, and then the Oberwerk that you cannot see in the organ case behind the Hauptwerk, and of course the pedal divisions on the side. So when we play and feel that the action is quite different, it is connected of course to the natural construction and design of the instrument. So it's good to know I'm now playing the Brustwerk with this close connection with the iron rollers. I'm now playing the Oberwerk, which is far back up there, and this thick oak rollers, and you know, it's a different character, connection in touch. And then the Hauptwerk with the big ventils going at the back to the roller board of the organ case, and the Rückpositiv with a totally different feel through these stechers down to the Rückpositiv behind our back. And it's very nice to also have all the 12 bellows engaged in a physical treading manual as you play, and also to know that the bellows treader can decide how many bellows should be engaged. When you play softer distrations, just a few, and when you play the full organ, of course, more or less all of them involved.